Hi, I'm Miss Rachel and wanted to talk with you about what it's going to be like to go back to school this year. This has been a rough couple of months for everybody. You went to a school on a Friday in March and you didn't go back. Maybe you did get to go back to pick up your things, but then you did this online learning experience and maybe you felt really good about that and maybe it was really hard for you. And so now you're preparing to go back into school and you're being told things like you have to wear a mask and you're not going to be able to run up and greet your friends with a big hug. And that feels really uncomfortable. But what I want to reassure you is that everybody is going through this together. This is uncomfortable even for the adults. And maybe that scares you a little bit, that the adults feel frightened and the adults feel like we're not really sure what to expect and maybe we're a little bit confused about some things too. But the good news is that that doesn't mean that we're not here for you and that you can't be there for your classmates. A lot of things are going to be different, and you may not feel the same when you go back. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with you feeling that things are different. There's also nothing wrong with you walking into school and feeling really happy about it. As you look around, you may see some kids who are doing and feeling some things that are very different from you. That's okay. You don't have to match yourself to anybody else. In fact, even outside of the COVID pandemic, you don't have to match yourself to anybody else because you're special and you're unique. And why people love you is because of all of the cool things that you in particular bring to their classroom and their homes and their friendship circles. Your teachers are gonna love having you back in the building. So will all of the wonderful, kind janitors and the cafeteria ladies and your school nurses and your vice principals and your principals and all of these classroom aides and all of the other wonderful people who love their students. And there's going to be more people like me out in the community, available by phone, helping to support all of those people in your life, but also offering support to you. So when you're going through a really big emotion, whether it's a great feeling and you're so happy, or a really sad feeling or angry feeling, and you want to share that, I want to tell you there are so many people around who are ready to hear what you want to tell them. It's important to say that. To say, I have something I want to share. What we don't want to do with our big emotions is do anything that might make somebody else sad or mad or hurt. And sometimes we're going to make mistakes. But just because we make one mistake doesn't mean we have to make another one after that because we feel bad about it. Even the adults are going to make some mistakes here and there. I can tell you I definitely make mistakes. But part of feeling good about myself is saying, I know I did wrong there, but I also can learn from this and I can do better. And during this whole thing, as you return to school, and there is some questions about what's going to be the same as last year and what's not going to be the same, we're all going to make a few little mistakes. But because we have this big, wonderful school community around us, we can all be brave together. It's easier to be brave together as a community and as a group of people and as a classroom, because it's the same thing as like when you were learning long division or learning how to write in cursive, and it helped to have someone next to you to say, I don't understand what we're doing here. Can you help me with that? This is the same thing. We're all going through it together. And because we're all going through it together, whatever you want to share with us, whatever that big emotion is, we'd love to hear it. I wish you the best of luck. I think you're going to have a great year, even if it is going to be hard. And as different as this year will be, you're going to have wonderful stories to tell. You're going to learn some really cool things. And maybe, just maybe, you'll find something that's special about this year because of coronavirus that you might not have known otherwise, like learning about how many people are here to support you. We're excited to hear from you. Good luck, kiddo.